Alright, today guys, we're going to be taking the instrument panel out of a 1986 Ford F250 or F150, depending on what you have. So, what you want to do is start taking out the screws out of the top. There's 3 of them. So remove all 3. Oops. Alright. Now we got to get the knobs off. Headlights and windshield wipers.
I just take an Allen wrench and see the little spot. Can you see that? There's like a little divot in there, and if you pull, see, we're pulling this back to release its catch off of the stem. Okay, so that's the lights. Now we'll do the wipers. You'll have to look for the little divot. It's right. Yeah. It's on the bottom. Actually, let me go to use a slightly smaller one. Okay. Same thing again. See the little D-shaped thing, and then the spring clip holds it to the shaft. Okay.
Make sure you keep track of all your parts.
Yeah. Okay. Now this trim panel has to come out. What you want to do is get the top out. Be very careful with it because an older truck is going to be brittle. Alright, so kind of hang that to the side. Now we got to get this piece off, this trim piece off the steering column. There's a screw underneath, so let me get that. Okay, get that out. Just one screw, and then this.
Also have someone help you hold this back.
And this piece we just kind of spread it open. Get it out of its, and then I just sort of turn it. Upside down. I sort of put it down and off because
you can see the clip there at the top. And then this
together, and then when you put it back together, this little pointy thing, there's a hole that it lines up with underneath here.
Make sure you look for that.
If you get it back on and pop now, the trim panel here, you can just, it'll fit through the steering column. Okay. Now, instrument panel is held in by 4 Phillips head screws. So we'll get back in here, get those out. Kind of keep your screws separate so you don't mix them up. Also, when you're working on, if you got a tilt wheel, it helps to tilt your
tilt it back
steering
down.
wheel down so you have a little bit more room to work. Okay, one more. And remember, when you put these back in, don't over tighten them, because this is just plastic and you'll break this. It's again, an old truck, it's going to be more brittle. Alright, now you can pull the instrument panel back, and there'll be a plug right back in here. You probably can't see it, but
You can probably see the wires there.
just kind of wiggle it back and forth. It'll be tight because it's been in a long time. Yeah.
Have to wiggle them back and forth to get them out of there.
Now I'm going to get the speedometer cable, and
Can't really see that.
can't really see that, but it's right behind, of course, about in the center of the speedometer. And what you want to do is just kind of squeeze the sides of it and kind of roll it out, and then it'll pop loose. And then also here on the this model truck, you have an emissions light right here, and it's separately wired. So you want to turn the socket and unhook it. So here's our instrument panel out, and then of course we done this to get to
The burned out bulb.
burned out bulbs.
It was over here behind the speedometer.
Yeah, I think it was this one probably. And what you want to do is when you get these bulbs out, you can just bench test with some jumper wires and check your bulbs. It may not be your bulbs. A lot of times these
Connectors down there get corroded over.
yeah, these will just not be making good connection. These little fine wires down in your socket, and it may just be a matter of straightening them and replugging them and then checking again.
Because there may not be a bulb burned out. It could just
And
be
also, you know, worst case, you could have problems here with these.
ribbon cables.
Yeah, they could have a bad spot, and that would be really bad because they're difficult to repair. But anyway, that's, you know, you got all these are dash lights, and then these are your indicator lights for your like your 4x4 or turn signals, high beam, fasten seat belts, and then this one's the emission one that we already popped loose. And
also, while you have this apart, you can clean stuff too.
yeah, this was it's a fairly clean truck, so it's not really crowded up with a lot of junk. But an older truck that's been driven where it's dusty, you're gonna have dust and dirt all back in here. Also, you can check your little light that shines down on your wipers and your headlight while you're in there. And I guess that's about it. And just reinstall in reverse order. Just make sure you put the trim cover on and hold it back before you put this little trim over the steering column. And you have to get it just in the right spot. When you put it in, just you have to kind of get it all started down into these holes, and then pop it in up and under here. But again, work slow and don't pull too hard, or you can crack or break all of this stuff because it's brittle plastic.
Alright, so that's how you guys remove your instrument panel. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.